Hey guys, it's me Jack here and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got one of the brand new Lego Star Wars 2020 summer sets. It's the AAT set number 75283. It has 286 pieces and it retails for $34.99 here in the UK. It comes with 4 great minifigures and I think that's a perfect place to start this review. So let's get right into it with the figures. So starting out with the battle droids in this set, you get 2 of them. On the box they're called a AAT driver battle droid and then just a normal battle droid. But in your box you just get 2 of these green AAT driver battle droids. I think that's a good selection for this set. Obviously we do see these throughout the Clone Wars driving the AAT tanks. And obviously these are defined by the green markings. It's got the olive green body here, the dark green piece and the face, and then green markings on their head as well. Really nice details from Lego. And yeah, I think these are great figures for this set. They're not new or anything, they've been around in sets before, but I personally haven't had them, so it's cool to pick them up in this set. One thing I have to say I'm not a fan of, if I bring you in closer here, is that the battle droids in this set have gunmetal blasters. And I don't know why, because the battle droid blasters in black that we've had for the last however many years have been fine. And in Star Wars they use black blasters as well, so I'm not sure why they have put gunmetal ones in this set. I mean, it's not that big a deal, but personally I would have just preferred to have black ones. The next figure here is the 332nd Clone Trooper, or the Ahsoka 501st Trooper. This is a really cool figure and it's definitely one of the biggest selling points of this set for me. You've got the nice blue 501st markings on the torso and on the legs, really nice leg printing, and we've also got boot printing down here you'll be able to see. So that's a really nice addition from Lego. You'll see that we've got white arms on the figure. I think that is fine. When the pictures came out it took me a while to adjust. Originally I wanted blue arms, but when you actually look in the show, 501st Trooper's arms are mostly white. They do have obviously blue paint on them, and I think the best thing Lego could have done would have been a dual molded arm, but that's probably really expensive and difficult to do, which is why they just give us the white arms on these figures, and I think that's fine. Obviously the main draw of this figure is the helmet. You've got the Ahsoka markings across the face there, and they look really good, especially the ones on the upper half of the helmet, well shaped and a nice print. I think Lego should have not put the shadowing on the cheeks of this figure and filled that in orange instead. I think that would have looked better. It doesn't look quite right with the grey in there. That's just my opinion though. And then obviously they could have carried on a little bit wider with the Ahsoka print on the top half of the helmet. It sort of looks a bit narrow. But overall it's a really good job, and this figure is absolutely amazing and definitely a massive draw for this set. And then finally we have the brand new The Clone Wars Season 7 style Ahsoka Tano. And the first thing I want to say is I'm really liking the face print on this figure. It's great to have moved away from the Clone Wars style facing. We now have something which looks a lot more accurate and I really like it. Great detail again on the face markings, and yeah, it's really good overall. The hairpiece on the whole is good. Obviously Lego have now moved to these softer hair pieces for these figures, unlike the previous Clone Wars ones which were the solid plastic, which I think is a great move. You got the printed headband on the top of this hairpiece from the Mandalore armor that Ahsoka wears in the show. One thing I would say about the headpiece though is it is a bit too long. I don't think these tails should come down this far. It should probably be a bit further up. That is just nitpicking. You've got a really great print on the torso which moves down into the belts and onto the legs as well. If you go around the back you'll also see there is some back printing going on, which is nice to see. And I'm just going to nitpick at one more thing about this figure. Obviously in the show one of Ahsoka's lightsabers is shorter than the other one, and I'm pretty sure that Lego do make shorter versions of this rod piece that they use for the lightsaber blade. I think I've seen them in black and grey and probably other colours as well. So I don't see why Lego couldn't have done a shorter version in trans blue just to show and just to give us that extra detail of the shorter lightsaber that Ahsoka uses in the show. I think that would have been a nice addition, and I think it's something that Lego could have probably included. But on the whole, an amazing figure, and once again, this figure and the Clone Trooper are probably the 2 main reasons people are going to pick up this set. In terms of the build itself, overall, honestly, it's a really nice build. I'm very impressed with it. Before I get into it too deep, I'm just going to comment on the one main problem that this set has. I think it's going to be something that you hear in every single review you see, and that is that this gun is just way too long, this main cannon. Like, what has gone on in the design there? I have no idea. You can make it shorter if you take it out and take out sort of the main section, I guess, so you're just left with the two ends and put that back in like so. That is a bit skinny, but it looks alright, and it's honestly about the perfect length for what you want. I don't really know why Lego included all of these extra pieces that just make it so much longer. For the build itself though, it was really good. It was a very enjoyable build, and there was lots of interesting techniques used, and also a few pieces that I was not expecting to be used. Like, one of the main structural pieces that's in the middle of this is a window piece, and that was really interesting to see the way they used that. It's a nice tiled off finish, and honestly the size of it's pretty good. I was expecting it to be pretty much the exact same size as the 2015 version of this set, and it's actually slightly bigger, and I think especially the main body of the tank is pretty much the perfect size for a Lego AAT in terms of minifigures. I think this top section is a little bit too big. I think if they'd have maybe done a design similar to that that's on the 2015 one, then that would have been a bit more of a better proportion. Maybe they would have needed to make it slightly bigger, but not this much bigger. It's just a bit too wide and looks a little bit odd. But overall I think the shaping of it is really quite nice. There's some great details on the set. Obviously you've got these two antennae up here on the top, and they're secured in pretty well. You're not going to flick them off and lose them too easily. Also here they've included a 1x1 circular tile. They could have just left that as a 1x2 flat plate, but they've added a jumper plate and a circular tile on top, which just provides a bit of extra detail and helps it look a bit more realistic to what we see in the show. Obviously you've got the guns on the side as well. They look pretty good. And there's also only 2 stickers on this set, which is great to see. I'm not a big sticker fan, so just having the 2 separatist emblems on either side is a really, really nice minimal use of stickers, so I'm happy about that. A few details they did get wrong in my opinion. Obviously in the show the AAT has a blue stripe running all the way up the middle. Lego's included 2 tiles in the centre here at the bottom, and then the blue hatch for the driver's seat. It'd have been nice if they could have included maybe stickers or printed tiles just above there and on the top here under the main gun, just to continue that blue stripe running up the middle. And also they needed to make the base 1 stud longer, so we could have had a blue stud running along the back. But I think overall, as I say, it's a really good build. In terms of playability, there are a fair few features on a set like this. Obviously you've got the main gun. It's got a good range of motion. It can go from completely horizontal to the tank to up and beyond 90 degrees. Not sure why you'd ever have the cannon up in this position, but you could if you wanted to. You've also got the hatch on the top where you can put a droid sat in there driving the tank around, or if you fold the head down you can keep the droid in there and close the top as well. Here at the front you've got a little compartment where the driver can sit in nice and comfortably, and once again you can shut that. The guns on the side also do move up and down, and there are the transclear tiles, or inverted tiles I guess you'd say, on the bottom that mean you can push the tank around nice and easy on hard or soft surfaces, so that's a great touch as well. And then obviously the main playability feature with the set that we saw on the 2015 one, they did pretty much the same thing. Got the 2 spring-loaded launchers in the bottom there, and they're just operated by pressing down these grey pieces on the side which launch out the missile, and I've just shot that into my Death Star. That's going to be interesting to find. That's how they work. So that is pretty much it for the build of the set as well. So that's it for the in-depth look at this set. Overall I think it's a really, really good set, and it's definitely one of probably 2 in this line that you're gonna really want to pick up. This alongside the 501st Battle Pack, and I think we've already seen that those are the 2, as they're the ones that are selling out everywhere. By no means is this a perfect AAT, but I think it might be my favourite that Lego have done. Obviously the 2008 one was great, but I think they've got the size as a whole on this one a bit more accurate. For me the 2008 one was slightly too big, and the 2015 one was slightly too small. I think this one does a pretty good job of being in the middle. A few tweaks here and there, but it's pretty much all good. 4 figures, especially the Ahsoka and the Clone Trooper, massive draws for this set as I mentioned. So overall I think it's pretty good value for money at $34.99. So yeah, that is going to be all for this video guys. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you drop a like on the video. I really, really appreciate that. And if you want to see more Lego Star Wars content and other set reviews, then make sure you subscribe to the channel so you never miss a video, because I've got a lot more coming very, very soon. That's going to be all for this video guys, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video. Goodbye.